Hello, you guys, and welcome back to the Crown the Bell. I know it has been a while, so let's just air hug it out. I've missed you guys. I hope you've missed me too. I got word that a few people have, so I'm back. I'm here. I slacked off, but we're on track. So I want to start off by saying thank you to you guys for continued support, views, likes, shares, comments. Thank you guys so much. And the thing is, when I always say you guys have great comments because you do, what I see and what I know and what a lot of people don't know is that people don't always comment in the comment area, but I will get phone calls or I will get a text message or you guys know I don't have Messenger, but I can always check my messages through my desktop or the laptop. And you comment there, and we have conversations and discussions about things that I post and stuff like that. And I appreciate you guys just the same. I would appreciate it more if you would comment in the comment area. But if this is what works and what's better for you, then that's what we'll continue to do. And you guys know how I am, so it's no big deal. It's no hard feelings. It works. We'll do it. Also, there has been a few new viewers, and I want to let you guys know that I appreciate you so much. I've seen the numbers. So when you view the page, it may say this many likes or this many views or this many or something like that. I think some of you can see the views from the people who actually like the page or follow the page. But then outside of that, as the video cycles Facebook, I can see the other numbers of the people who may not necessarily click the like button or to follow the page, but I can see the numbers of the people who viewed the videos as it cycles around. And I just want to say thank you so much to those people. I appreciate you guys, new viewers. You are the best. Like and follow if you're here anyway. Just go on, like, and hold on, that was my lighting, guys. I gotta adjust it. Actually, we're not too bad without it, so I won't. But yeah, like and follow the page. If you're on here, you may as well hop on anyway. So, and don't forget, there's also we have the YouTube channel now. So there's that. I just got to get back to my business, and I'm on it. You guys poked and woke me up, so I'm here. Thank you guys. I got the message loud and clear. So let's get into it. I want to speak on and talk about a couple different things. So I may ramble a little bit because this is not something that was pre-rehearsed. It's not something that I sat down and I wrote out or I did a plan for. It's just not one of those videos for me right now. Sorry, I have the laptop on this side, so it's doing a few things with that as well. But it's not one of those videos. I want to speak on, I was about to say relationships. So it is relationships, the relationships that you have with people, and but not like romantic relationships, just relationships that you have with friends, people that you surround yourself with, family members, co-workers, people that you just may pass on the subway or what have you. But how you view yourself in comparison to those people, how you guys may not so much interact, but like how the relationship, I know I'm getting it, guys, that you may have with these people may cause you to view yourself differently, or it may cause you to react differently to the people, to yourself, and things like that. So it's a whole bunch of things I want to get into. I'm stumbling through this, but it's okay. I'm fine with it if you guys are. So, one, me personally, I'm one of those people who have pretty much, since I was young, have been aware of how I talk to people, how I treat people, how I respond to the things that they tell me. I process things, and then what people tell me, I process the things that are going on around me, what people tell me, and then I figure out the best way to respond. I figure out the best way to go about the situation, and sometimes it may be, the situation may be called to be handled a little more delicately. And then sometimes it may be a need for like, no, we're not doing this, straight to the point. This is what we're doing. This is how we're going to do it. Let's make it happen. And that happens. So I'm saying all of this because at times I have felt like, and I know other people have too, because like I said, I've had conversations with you. I talk to you guys. So, and I will use me. Um, at times when I feel like that, I wonder why is it that with all these people that I may think to handle with care when things go on in their lives and when things are happening to them or when they feel like the world is caving in around them, I try my best to handle the situation with care. Um, I try my best to handle the situation with care. I try to be understanding. I look at whether or not this is something that is common, whether or not it's something that I can relate to, which most things that most things I think a lot of us can relate to. It's normally the odd things or the things that are not really heard of that we can't really relate to. And then at times you have people who can definitely relate, but they'd rather not relate. So then they would rather pretend as if they don't know how to relate. And so at times it does leave you wondering, like, is this the breaking point? Like, is this the cutoff point? Is this where we've been down the road and now we're at the V? You know, we're at the left and the right. It does bring you there, or is it the point where okay, so far I've handled situations this way. Maybe I need to actually take their approach and just handle them like who gives it, and go about things that way, which it's not always the best thing to do, but sometimes it's called for. And I think we have to know at times that it's okay to handle those situations that way. It's okay to say, actually, let me dish out some of what you've been dishing to me. And if you're somebody like me, which I know a lot of you are, and there's a lot of you that aren't, and that's fine. But there's a lot of people who are. We talk. So you have to know that it's okay to give people exactly what they give you, because sometimes people really do need a taste of their own medicine. Sometimes they need a little bit of them spit back in their face. That was a gross expression, but they need it. Um, so that's one of the things that I know me personally that I have been focusing on and actually just getting better at, because a lot of times I'm very passive about the things that people do and people say, because I know better. Honestly, it really just boils down to I know better. I know that the things that people go through, a lot of things are, like I said, they're common things, hurtful situations, whether it's like, um, life situation, guys. Whether it's something where, where bills are piling up, whether it's something where you may be facing an eviction, it could be getting the power cut off, it could be losing. That was rude. Sorry, guys. It could be losing loved ones. It could be going through a breakup. It could be, I don't know, you dropped your wallet. It could be anything. And in those situations, those are common things. Those are things that a lot of people go through. Not everyone, but a lot of people go through, to the point where it should be something that you can understand how this works, or how a person may function in this situation. And so in I'm one of those people where I don't have to go through it to know how to treat a person that's going through it. And then you have people who, if it's not them and it does not directly affect them, they can't relate. So because well, it's not affecting me, I can't relate to that. Yeah, I've been in that situation and you watch me go through it, but now I'm completely oblivious as to how you may feel. That stuff. It's okay to give those people back what they give to you. It's okay to match that energy, because you have to. Otherwise, you will wear yourself out. Don't do it. It's okay to, in your friendships, in your family, hell, it's okay to know when it's time to cut people off. And it doesn't have to be permanent. Now, if they decide on their end, hey, it took too long, then you're probably better off without them. But it's okay to have a cutoff point where, you know what? At this point, I feel like this does not work for me. I feel like it doesn't, I don't benefit from this situation anymore, where I know the other person has, or I know that you've had a certain level of my support and care. And when you can't get those things back, it may just be time. It may just be time to cut ties. It may, and it hurts, especially when it's family, especially when it's close friends, especially when it's people that are close friends that you consider to be family. It hurts. It's going to. Um, but it may be the best thing to do so you can focus on you. And so I just want to encourage people who think this way. If you're constantly being mindful and always thinking about the other person, well, how do I handle this? If you're not getting that back in return, you handle it by leveling up with them. You handle it by matching their energy. You handle it by not being understanding to the common things in their life. Then that's how you go about it. And at that point, they may or may not want to have a conversation. If they don't, that's fine. If they do, then you have a conversation. Well, this is how I feel. I feel like I've been this way, this way, this way. And, I give and I consider and I think and I rationalize and I do all of these things and I take all of these necessary steps to make sure that I am handling you with care. And all I'm asking for is the same thing in return. And I almost never get that. It's okay to say that, especially if that's how you feel. Then there's the other situations where you may have, or you may be the person in the ups. You may have an up moment, like, okay, well, actually, I'm not down. I'm actually doing pretty good. And maybe your friends are not, or maybe they are doing great, but you're doing good. So it's like, you know what? I want to be able to help. I want to be able to give back some of that energy. I want to be able to give back the things that they gave back to me. So I'm going to do my best to try to give, to try to look out, to try to do, I want to give. I want to return. I want to reciprocate. And that's always a good thing, and it's always a plus. But in that, you take away from yourself. And that's okay to an extent. It's okay to give and not be selfish. But then you overgive. You do a little too much because your heart, wow, it's only this big. It feels this big at the time. And you just want to give all that you can give. But you can't. Then you'll have nothing left for yourself. And then in those moments when you have nothing left for yourself, you may have people who may say, like, well, what is he doing? What is she doing? Well, what's his problem? Well, how come he doesn't seem to have this together? He doesn't seem to, because I gave it to you. Like, I don't have it because I helped out here. I don't have it because I helped out there. And I did it from my heart. And then in return, I get judgment. And in return, I get backlash. And in return, I get, the whispers and everything behind my back and so forth and so on. Know that it's okay to walk away from those people. And then also know that in your, in this time, was your up time. And you took your up time where you were up and on top. And you took that time and you said, you know what? I want to give. I want to do what I can do to help. I want to be able to be that person. I'm able to do it. It's beautiful. But because you did and you overdid it, you will now face a downtime. You will now face a season or changing season. And it may seem harsh. It may seem ugly. It may seem to be whooping your behind. Like, I don't believe I just did this. I don't believe I just messed up like this badly. I don't believe, like, what was I thinking? And it's okay. You're going to feel those things. Don't feel overwhelmed by it. It's going to feel like it's a lot. You have to remind yourself that it's supposed to feel that way. Because if it doesn't feel that way and you don't feel the hurt and you don't feel the lashings from it, then you won't learn the lesson. And then you'll continue to feel them. You don't want to continue to feel them. You want to learn from it. So learn from those situations. And just know that they're just there to teach you. This is the lesson. I had this coming. I went out. I had my plan. I threw my plan in the trash because I wanted to do this. It's coming. And it happens. It happens to more people than you think. Don't feel alone in that situation. Don't feel beat up. Don't feel like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? It's okay. Sometimes your friends are just jackasses. And it's really just that simple. Move past it. Know that, and it's easier said than done. Definitely easier said than done. But just know that, it can be done. And to keep right on pushing. What else was there? There's a few things. It's crazy because there was a few things that I really wanted to talk about and get into and do these videos. And then in that time, as crazy as it seems, I've had conversations with people about the things that I was telling them. Like, actually, I planned on doing a video on this, or I was just about to, get on, okay, like my family and my friends, little cousins, nieces, nephews, all of that stuff. Every so often, you guys know that I may get on Facebook and I may just say, you know what, I love you guys, I'm proud of you, and things like that. And I really was preparing to do a post because we know I get like that at times. But I was preparing to do a post, and I got a message from one of my younger cousins just telling me that, I appreciate you and, you're a beautiful person. And the thing is, like, I appreciate you. Like, you're a beautiful person. And the fact that you sent me that message just it shows. Like, this is your heart. This is who you've been. This is who you are. And, you are beautiful inside and out. I'm not going to name drop because that was a message that was sent to me. So I'm not going to drop the name, but just know that I love you. I always have. I always will. And you will always have my full love and support. But yes, and to my little cousins, my nieces, my nephews, just, I want to tell you guys that I am amazed at your strength, and I am in awe of all of you. How you guys move about, how you guys take charge, how you guys are out here just, you're knocking out these college degrees, getting your own places, just very independent, motherhood, fatherhood, the support that you show each other. Like, you guys are really out here doing it. And the thing is, it's not easy. It's hard. It was hard for us, but it was hard for other reasons. It's hard for you guys because you have, some of you have been through some of the stuff that we've been through, because it's like my kids, you guys know me, my older kids, they grew up with me. We all grew up together. So you've been through some things. And I'm proud of them. I'm proud of all of them, but I'm proud of them. And you guys are no different. Like, with your parents, you've been through some things, and now you're sitting here, as these young adults, and you're doing it. And you've been through whatever you've been through coming up, growing up with your parents and so forth. And now you're in, this time where it's like, with this social media stuff. So, like, I use this to get messages out and to actually vent, and actually it's quite therapeutic for me. So it just works for me. But you guys, you deal with this social media stuff. You deal with everything being recorded. You deal with constantly being under the microscope. And it's hard. That's stressful. Any mistake that you make is being blown up. You don't get to live it down. It's being played out in front of you everywhere. You don't get to forget about it. You get into a fist fight. You got to watch the fist fight. If you lost, it's even worse. Like, you don't get to, there's like, it's almost no let up. Then you have the mindset of a lot of your peers are so different, and some of the things that people do, they're so crafty about how they go about things. They're crafty, they're manipulative, the way they work. Like they're manipulative in the way they work and how they go about things, and just either deliberately just doing things and constantly throwing these uh, monkey wrenches and everything that you try to do and everything that you try to fix and move forward. I know it's a lot, and I don't have to experience, like I've experienced some of it myself with, older women that I shouldn't even be dealing with this crap from. So I know how hard it has to be when you're a younger person. And I'm just out here trying to do my thing, take care of my kids, handle my business, finish my schooling, get my degree, open my shop. You guys are really pushing, and I'm just so proud of you. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Like you guys are really doing, you doing a damn thing. Like you're doing it. And I love you guys. I got to move forward. So there's that. What else is there? Something else, guys. I want to get it all in this video. This is a little bit of everything, and I might go back and break it down later. But we know me, and I probably won't. But so there was that. There was I think I spoke a little bit on forgiving yourself, and if not, then yeah, just don't be harsh on yourself. Don't beat yourselves up. Of course, this is for you younger people. This is for everybody, though. I'm all for you guys. Don't beat yourself up. Don't tear yourself down because you feel as though by looking at everyone else, I'm still here and I should be here. There are sometimes everything falls into place. And sometimes there are really big reasons that you don't see why you're not here and here. Because at the time when you're thinking you're supposed to be here, a whole bunch of nonsense is going on up there. And if not, it's coming. And if you were up here instead of here where you are, it would have blew you back down even further. So look at it that way. There may be some good things that you feel like you're missing, but there's a lot of bad things that come with that as well that you are missing, and thank God that you are. The main thing is that you guys, you stay in a fight, you keep fighting, you keep moving forward, you keep pressing, and keep doing what it is that you have to do for you and yours. Just keep fighting, stay in a fight, and you're going to get to where you need to be because you're not going to give up. You're going to push through it. You're going to do what you have to do. You're going to do what you know to do, and you're going to make it work because that's what you do. Believe that. Let me see what else is there. I'm trying to think, guys. I got to get this stuff out. And not that this is the last video because I really am back at it, but just because it's been a while and I had quite a few things going on. And I try to stay focused and handle those things. I can't always, so I try to stay focused and handle those things. Shout out to Jen Alfred. Jen was telling me that, like, what happened to the videos? What happened to... So I'm back at it, Jen. Here I am. Shout out to you. Thank you for your support. I appreciate you. Love you, mama. What else is there? It's going to come to me later, guys. I may even hop back on here and say, oh, yeah, this is what... But it'll come to me. I don't know. I'm going to wrap. But I'm back at it. You guys got my attention. I'm on it. Again, shout out to the new viewers. Shout out to the new support. Good, bad, ugly, whatever, it doesn't matter. It's all good for me. So thank you guys for all your continued support. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. And as always, real wishes. Bye-bye.